to you yelling at your pig. So
Yes.
it's okay. I would expect nothing less than to have a distraction going on of some sort, whether somebody's drinking beer or eating your glove. I don't know.
That's Taylor.
Hi, Taylor.
Taylor's got it. That's what they did to her
Is that a
fork.
spork? Is that
It's a spork?
I ordered to-go food, and this is the fork that they gave me. It's practically a spoon,
It's
but
the
it's not.
it
It's
melted.
like they melt it with a lighter.
They melted it
What?
with a lighter.
It's a spork.
Yes.
I've
So-
never seen a spork like that before. I've seen like the one with the 3 prongs on the end, but what is that?
I think it's European.
It's European.
It's just not right.
It's European. No, it's 100% European. So that's going to be.
This is how they do their silverware in Europe?
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Have you ever seen the outlets for
Say-
plugs?
I have.
You
I
hear
went
me
to
now?
Can you
South
say
Africa
something?
to South
Yeah,
Africa 2
yeah, they're
years ago.
they're like this.
There you are.
Like it's like crazy,
There you
guys.
are.
Yeah, luckily it was supposed to
I'm
be
liking
one
the
that
hipster
was
look.
converted for like
It's
other
not a
countries,
look.
so
It's
I kept it.
fucking blue light glasses.
For when I
dude.
go to
We
Europe,
all
so
know
it's
what it
published in there because it was South
Old
Africa.
age?
That's why I bought it.
Yeah, I got my chucks on underneath it.
Yeah, so it's
Even
like
the people from France who were there were like,
It's like
"You had to
currency.
wear a special
My
Yeah, it's
I
like
am-
skinny
currency.
jeans and my chucks.
I am totally loving
Where
this
we
conversation that
crossed
Kate
the
is having
line,
right now.
so-
I'm sorry.
We don't
That's
do
just
rupees.
Stupid
She's
though.
not gonna give you one. She got. God dang it. God damn it.
So, Corey,
Yeah,
Oh, don't. I'll do it.
did you
I'll-
actually
it's
get
okay.
legally married like
yeah.
yesterday?
Way over there though, chatting with
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Rings and glasses.
There's the rings, bro.
It's new me.
Congratulations.
All right.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna go ahead and mute Cade's mic real quick because I don't know what the hell that conversation was all about, but it sounded great. I think she was convinced about the French spork.
I just heard roofies.
Yeah, I heard roofies too. Let's see. Cade, are you with us?
Yes. No, I had to go get silverware. I'm sorry.
That was a great conversation, bro.
Is that going on the YouTube?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, I hope so. Oh,
It's
yeah.
totally
You're
going on
gonna
the.
by
He
the way.
looks like he's playing video games.
He kind of
Okay.
is playing
He
video
does.
games. Actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Ben looks like he's in his mom's basement.
Oh,
Yep.
you're gonna be on YouTube. Yeah, you're famous.
That's
I
right.
am.
So,
actually.
I'm gonna apologize to you guys for being late. I went to brew for
No, it's
one
okay.
beer. I ended
You're
up
gonna get us like a million more. hits,
hearing a
so I appreciate
story
it.
that was just crazy,
Yeah,
and
let's go. 4 dudes.
so
Peanut sauce.
okay.
Ryan,
What
Ryan, are you
kind of
playing
sauce?
PUBG? What are you playing right now, bud?
My cat's scratching my television trying to claw the mouse.
He's playing real life cats.
Yeah. Babe, can you get this cat? He's all about this mouse. Like he's scratching the TV. Everybody say hi to Ashley if you can see her.
Hey, Ashley.
They said hi.
Hey, what's up?
Okay.
All right, ready to rock and roll?
I think so, yeah. Alex will not be joining us tonight, so Ben, I'm glad that you could chime in. And we're gonna be live at the Soggy Bottom Brewery. So I love it.
On location.
On location, exactly.
And
All
we're
right.
in Alabama, too, at the same time.
And Alabama, and Land O'Lakes, and Tampa, Florida. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this, and we'll see what happens. It's been a couple of weeks, so welcome everybody to another edition of Fantasy Brews with the Craft Brews and Geek News podcast. I'm joined by a few awesome people tonight. I'm going to go ahead and start with Ben, our good friend from Alabama. And how are you doing, Ben?
What's going on, guys? Doing good. I'm. I don't have a baby in the car this time, so it should be a little.
Well,
You
smoother.
love Billy Crystal.
We look
That's a
forward
start.
to
That's a
yeah,
start.
that's a start. We look forward to you to chime in on what's going on with your fantasy football league. Cade, what's going on with you, man? Where are you at?
I'm at Soggy Bottom Brewery in Dunedin, having one of their fantastic German Hefeweizens. Trying to untangle my headphones.
If
And
it's
watch-
not your iPad updating, it's tangled headphones. So
Probably
we
got
Well, at
Probably
least
got
I'm still
tangled
on.
in that
At least
fork.
I'm still on the screen. Also,
That's true.
fun fact: reps for Jesus. Thank you,
that Jesus is ripped, bro.
dude. He's shredded.
He's shredded.
What Jesus is not ripped?
What was that 10% body fat at ease? No breast.
I hear he eats a lot of fish. So
Yeah. And he also makes it for a lot of people.
yep, high protein diet for a lot of people.
Who would have thought like vitamin B, like B12 would have been, or anything like that would have been so great. Omega
I know.
3s. Who'd have thought it? Hey, you live in the Middle
Omega-3s.
East? High omega 3 output.
And of course, last but not least, Corey, how are you, my friend?
Pretty good. What's going on?
It's going pretty good here. Looking forward to sharing this podcast with you gentlemen tonight. But before we get into any of the fantasy
By the
brews,
end
let's
of this,
quickly
I'll have
run
it back.
through. Anybody drinking a craft beer tonight? I know, Cade, you're at Soggy Bottom. Corey, you're at the house.
Yeah,
Ben,
I got,
what do you got something on deck too?
Ben doesn't drink and drive.
That's
Well,
okay. Oh,
I'm in the car.
probably
I will
ill-advised if I
say-
encourage that. So
I will say I
That's
got some
Taylor's
highlights
forearm.
of
Sorry,
the
guys.
game on Sunday, so
You got highlight?
yeah,
You get it in
Okay.
Alabama?
yeah, they had it at Publix, so
Holy hell!
they have Publix in
Ben,
Alabama.
It had been about six years. Yep.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's
Oh,
bad.
all righty.
Wait, I thought it was just Piggly Wigglies in Alabama.
Yeah, there's
No, that's
some of
Georgia.
those too, but I stay away from those.
Actual grocery store or
Like White Lions?
I have no
I have,
idea what's going on right now.
I have. Yeah, I'm
I think
just
it's like
watching-
White
I'm just
Lions.
watching that shit show.
What's up, Paul?
I have Reef Donkey from Tampa Bay
What's
Brewing
up,
Company.
Paul? Yeah.
It's very good.
okay, I think we're technically untangled on this.
I don't think you've had that, Ben.
We're good?
Reef Donkey from Tampa Bay Brewing Company.
Who, me?
I'll
Yeah,
I'll
you.
propose to you later. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, it's good. It's like a highlight light.
Nice. That's probably more my
Deal.
style. That, I drank all 6 of those on Sunday. And
You probably felt good.
I want one of those like
that felt pretty good.
like volcanic granite rings.
Cade, you got
Yes.
anything going on over there, beer-wise?
We're gearing up right now for Wines and Blues, so we're gonna be doing some fun stuff for this whole weekend. But I personally am super excited because it's Celtic Fest here in a couple weeks, and as we all know, I am like totally Scandinavian. So really excited about being able to bust the kilt out for any good reason. Also, a lot of good craft beers gonna be coming through. I mean, I say that because like Big Storm's gonna be coming in here, but I mean, we got 8 solid breweries, so it's gonna be a fun couple weeks here in Dunedin. I'm pretty
Nice.
excited. Yeah, I'm pretty much doing a whole thing. If I'm working, you wearing a kilt, free beer.
Fun fact, I'm actually pretty good friends with one of the head brewers over at Big Storm, so that's pretty cool. You guys will have them on tap. I'm going to go ahead and share this. It is a pale ale called the Stump Knocker from Swamp Head. Have you guys had it?
Gainesville's finest, brother.
Yes.
I think I have.
Morning Glory, man. It's the way to go.
This is a beautiful pale ale, and up until now, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale had my favorite
That
spot.
smoke,
This is like the first runner-up to my favorite spot.
round 2.
Bottom line,
Good-
and I love
good.
Sierra Nevada.
Good to know.
Respect.
So with all that beer stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into this week's segment with our fantasy football. And Kate, don't be afraid to talk to the ladies whilst you're talking to us, man. It's okay.
I'm not. Oh, I'm not.
You know, it's the Scandinavian way, as they say, right? Is that a thing?
I've
Yes.
never heard it.
We were able to please everyone.
Okay, very good. We just came up with it here. So let's go ahead and jump into it. How did our teams do this week?
Fantasy or real?
We're gonna get to the real part
Yeah,
in a little
both
bit.
bad. All bad. It was a terrible
We crushed.
weekend.
Let's
I'll
start with you, Corey. Yep.
Yeah. 2 out of my 3 teams won, so I'll take it. I'm 6-3 in one league. I want to say 5-4 in another. In the other league, I'm purposely tanking because it's a dynasty league, and me and you were playing this week, Ryan.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna bring that up as a sidebar.
Yeah. I made some trades. Traded away Stephon Diggs for a 2nd-round pick. Traded away Todd Gurley for a 1st-round pick because my team
You
didn't have a
did.
shot to make the playoffs.
Wow.
So
That's
next
right.
year,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have 2 1st-round picks. I'm gonna have 2 2nd-round picks. So
Could I get my
Hopefully
other
it goes well.
Hefeweizen out of the?
That's awesome.
Yes, and Mother Hefeweizen.
I forgot you did mention that you were going to trade Gurley away. So you're pretty much loaded for next season right now.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep Fournette, Miles Sanders, my rookie, and on Johnson.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks in a 14-team league. I think I'll be in good shape.
Yeah,
This
you
year-
will.
What'd you
Ben,
get
what
for
about you?
I'll teach them to you.
What'd you say, Ben? Who'd I get
I
for
said, what did you get for Gurley?
a first round? I got a second round for Diggs. So
The good trades.
yeah, if I couldn't make playoffs, I prefer to keep on over Gurley. So that's why I ended up trading Gurley, and then also I wasn't going to keep Diggs, so I traded Diggs to a playoff contender.
Ben, what about you? How'd you do?
Got the hospital.
I was 8-0,
About like
but I finally lost one this week.
Oh,
Oh man,
I kept Lamar Jackson on the bench and started Matthew Stafford. That was my first mistake. And then I picked up Kenyon Drake.
well,
I
wait.
started-
Before you say that was a mistake, I mean, going into playing against the Patriots, you would think that it would have been a no-brainer to sit him, right?
Yeah, I say mistake because ultimately I didn't lose by much. So I would
See?
have won had I stuck with Jackson. But
see, I would have to say, you know how I feel about Jackson, but I think that's the only guy, the only team, the only guy in that kind of style that can do any damage on New England. It seems like.
yeah, I mean,
Which got proven.
He won't see the bench again.
Well, hopefully the one game doesn't mean anything to you. You'll be in the playoffs regardless. So.
No,
Yeah.
And then I picked up Kenyon Drake just on a flyer once he got traded, and I kept him on the bench and started Mark Walton.
Well, Walton's suspended
Ooh.
now. I don't know why, but he's suspended.
What'd he do?
He got arrested a lot.
Did he?
A lot. Like in
Yeah.
one night, he got arrested multiple
Yeah,
times, or
that was
just
like his issues. Yeah, those
Like
were
in the
his
same
issues.
week?
These were his issues before the Dolphins picked him up, and so it just finally kind of caught up to him. So yeah, he got a 4-game suspension for being I don't
That's
know.
weird. You know,
Arrested?
I mean, like, that's
criminal.
wild. Well, like Mark Walton, I just picture like an old TV show, like hanging with the Waltons. Like I thought he was a good guy.
Yeah. Good night, John Boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
you
was
just
hoping-
made it sound like every time he got released from jail, he got arrested before he left the parking lot. So I had to clarify exactly.
That's pretty impressive.
Well, the upside is like it wasn't anything super negative or bad because they're like, all right, 4 games, learn your lesson. You do play for the Dolphins.
Nobody wants to play for the Dolphins right now, but
Well, the
you know
Dolphins probably like, yeah, we're good, man. Just fucking suspend everybody.
that Dolphins
that's-
like, don't put me on your helmet anymore, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I picked up Walton, unfortunately. So
I think everybody did. I did too. Even I didn't play him. I still picked him
yeah,
up.
that was
Well,
the last.
his ass is getting dropped immediately.
I'm telling you this right now. It's the last time I ever listened to Matthew Bear or Phil Yates for the rest of the season. I will not listen to those 2 guys on ESPN ever again. Like
There's a lot of bad ones.
Oh, they have just been like I'm getting sick and tired of like next week Matthew Berry like sending out an apology tweet.
I don't think any of those guys on ESPN or even the NFL Network, as far as fantasy goes, are any good.
No, not one bit.
You got to go online like Roto World or some of those off the wall
No.
sites.
Right there. Right
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
Yeah,
You got to follow your heart.
Go with your heart. Go with your heart. And unless you're like me and you're so far ahead in your league, you can't pick anyone up on waivers.
That's
So you're bottom of the waiver wire.
Oh, Well, I mean, I'm just doing so good. But yeah, so I put a claim on like Kenyon Drake, put a claim on homeboy from Tampa Bay. I put a claim on the Colts defense playing my Dolphins, and I still didn't get that one. So that tells you.
No,
everything.
yeah, that's yeah. Anybody that needs a defense is looking who's playing the Dolphins that week.
well.
Yeah.
You
This
guys,
Like a
you guys still
streaming
sound like
waiver
you did
wire.
pretty good compared to me. I actually ended up starting 3 players last week.
You almost won though.
Yeah, I almost won with 3 players that didn't actually play the game at all. So that happened. I didn't realize. So I had a kicker
This
last
happened
week.
like 5 times to Ryan.
I picked up a kicker last week that I didn't realize had been waived by the team. It was for the Chargers. He was waived that Tuesday. So I'm like sitting there. I'm like, man, this guy's got yeah, this guy must have a ton of points because the Chargers kicked a couple field goals, and I'm looking at the points. I was like, oh, there must be something wrong, right? There must be. So I go and I look, and I was like, oh, that's great. He got dropped 5 days ago.
You're talking
So
about
that,
Nugent?
yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Probably. I dropped him today. Now I'm back with Boswell. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, another
Um,
homer pick.
I had a running back that scored no points, and then I had a wide receiver, T.Y. Hilton, I guess, didn't have any points because he got hurt.
He
So
didn't play.
yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I got
So
it.
you say I have, yeah, it was my highest scored game of the whole season, but I lost by 30 points because I didn't have
Yeah,
anybody else
well.
to fill the gap.
Hill killed it.
That big.
And then in
I
my
think-
other league, I
I
had.
think Hill. Speak of Hill, I think he's going to have a big game this week against Tennessee.
Well, I hope so. My other game, I had Metcalf on the bench, and he scored 22 points. And then Amari Cooper only scored 14 points, and I needed at least 18 to win that game. So, hey, that's how it goes sometimes, you know.
What do you think, Ben? DK's coming to the point where he's almost a flex play week to week based on a matchup.
Well, we'll
Can't wait
see
to
what
learn.
Josh Gordon. We'll see how Josh Gordon
True.
fits into the equation.
And how quick? Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
a good
don't-
point.
I really think DK Metcalf is just a big body with a great quarterback. I don't necessarily love what I see. He still drops a lot of balls.
I agree.
So I'm not a huge fan of him quite yet. So as far as fantasy, I think you can trust him because he gets the targets. Because
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is throwing the ball because they don't have a defense.
Mhm.
But we'll see what Gordon does because if Gordon's going to run better routes, if he gets playing time, then Metcalf might take a back seat to Deron Brown. So we'll just
True.
see how it goes.
True.
I will say also, I don't know if you guys picked up on this, but Seattle's making a bigger commitment to DK because they released their 4th-round pick wide receiver.
Who was it?
Was from this year, either this year or last year. They dropped their 4th-round pick wide receiver. Thompson, I think, was his name. But I think that's a big symbolization that Pete Carroll and them are like DK. It's going to be DK and Lockett, and that's going to be it.
I mean, how do you not throw to a guy that's a fucking
I
giant?
mean, yeah,
He's Calvin Johnson without the hands.
Whoa. Kelvin John. Okay. I thought you said Kelvin Benjamin for a second. I go, first off, he's in way better shape than Kelvin.
Calvin
Benjamin's
Benjamin was good for a year and a half.
Kelvin Benjamin's like a tackle. Boo, FSU.
All right, so it sounds like all of our teams were kind of up and down. Ben, you suffered a loss. I suffered my own defeat again. I'm getting better at this, though, guys. This is what the podcast I want to turn into over time because, I want to get better at being able to see what I need to do with my fantasy football team. So that's the encouragement behind this whole thing.
Lineup 12:30 every Sunday. Make sure you don't start T.Y. Hilton.
Yep. But also, Corey, you actually pointed out a really good point to me, which I didn't think about before. And can I go ahead and share it? It's probably small, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Targets. How many targets is the wide receiver getting? And now I'm looking at running backs. How many carries are they getting?
Oh, 100%. Well, that's the problem with, of course, if you're in a PPR league, point per reception, yeah, receptions matter. But even if you're not, that's why I never liked DK Metcalf up until the last couple weeks, really. I'm still not sold on him. But he only had a few targets a game. 2 catches every game. So you're basically just hoping he scores a touchdown. And that's not somebody I want. I'd rather have somebody that has 6-7 catches and 70 yards. He's going to score at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to get you a half-decent game.
Exactly. And I've just been looking at that for even people that I want to pick up for injured players like T.Y. Hilton or something like that. So now I'm incorporating those little tips, those little tricks, and eventually 10 years from now I might actually win. But, I'm going to trudge along against the other champs. So moving on just a little bit because I know Cade, you're in a fun spot and want to enjoy your time. But did anyone make a push up the leaderboard this week with any of their wins? Like, were any of you neck and neck with somebody else? Did any of you make a push at all?
Yeah, I think I'm second in my one league now.
Okay. Cade, did you make a push at all?
That's me telling everybody I'm number one.
Okay. Okay.
Uh-oh.
The people out there on YouTube will see that. The people that are listening audio-wise will not know. But
No, I am.
he showed his phone. He is
Yep.
number one in his league right now.
I am number one because honestly, it's a lot of waiver picks and a lot of just being smart with the defenses you're playing against because our league is very offensive happy. So
Okay.
it's a lot of give. Like a good example is that, like you're talking about Matthew Stafford, but I rolled out Marvin Jones, DK Metcalf.
See, let's talk about Marvin Jones here for a second. I have him in 2 leagues, and that guy has burned me multiple times this year. You know, I think what's a good matchup, the guy puts up 2 points. All right, sit him on the bench the next week, and he puts up 38. Like, come on, guy, twice.
Yeah, when you think Marvin Jones is about to be your savior, what happens? Galladay has a huge day.
Yep.
So, but yeah,
And
I
then
threw
Amendola can sneak in there and have 20 points.
former Dolphin.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
insane.
I had to go a little crazy this week, and first and foremost, Christian McCaffrey, aka the MVP of this season.
The white Barry Sanders.
Oh, God bless him. Wait, what do they call him? Dairy? It's Dairy Sanders.
Dairy Sanders.
Dairy from Letterkenny Sanders. That's who he is now.
Wow, that's a great description.
So, but yeah, it got so bad this week that I went and grabbed Jameis. I grabbed Winston because I know he's going to throw.
Oh boy!
But it's but I went with him. I had Jones, Metcalf, and McCaffrey, and exploded. So
as much as how many turnovers Jameis Winston has had, which is like astronomical, like absolutely insane. He still scores over 20 points a week.
Yeah, well, you got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Or Chris Godwin. It's tough not to.
I feel bad for Mike Evans, man. I mean, imagine that guy on
12 catches, 187 yards. Yeah, I feel awful for him.
I feel terrible for him.
It's tough. It's so
every
bad.
week. Imagine him being in Green Bay or playing with, Tom Brady.
13 catches, 196 yards.
I mean,
pretty much. Yeah,
that's the whole thing. Like behind Winston is,
okay.
I think Winston's one of the Bucs' greatest quarterbacks ever, but he just throws picks at the most inopportune times. Like they score, they do score. Like this is not something that Bucs fans are used to, is scoring. Throughout all the years, it's never been a number one quarterback. It's the same thing.
Every week, they're in every football game.
I mean,
they're in every football game.
He throws an interception at the most inopportune.
The Bucs offense made Ryan Fitzpatrick $10 million. If that tells you anything. The Bucs offense. Fitzpatrick had one bad game and one bad half. They went to Jameis, so they're paying Jameis insurmountably, ridiculously stupid crab leg heavy money. And then what happens? And then by the end of the season, Jameis barely even passed for Fitzpatrick did in the first 4 or 5 games. It's stupid.
Jameis, I'm dying. Jameis. That might be the funniest thing ever.
From a pure football standpoint, not fantasy. I think Tampa's going to have a half-decent football team. They finally found themselves a couple good coaches.
They need a better quarterback. They need
a better quarterback. Maybe another offensive lineman or two.
If they had a game man, exactly. If they had a game manager, somebody just doesn't turn the ball over.
Like Trent Dilfer or someone.
Trent Dilfer. I don't think there's any more Trent Dilfers in 2019.
You mean when the Tampa 2 was like a brand new defense? Yeah,
I can go and be a Trent Dilfer.
I talked to one of my buddies at the gym is a Ravens fan. So every time I see him, every time he sees me, he's like, and then he looked at me today, like, because they beat the Pats and all this other stuff. But we had a conversation the other day, and he said something about we brought up the Super Bowl that they won with Trent Dilfer. He's like, man, he was just a game manager. I was like, I know.
That was the best defense of all time.
Oh yeah,
It was better than the '85 Bears.
man, better than the
They
Steelers
had
in the
like
'70s.
they had like 48 yards rushing a game. Go look up the 2000 Ravens. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Gotcha. Well, I think we covered our Winston Woes segment because
Yeah.
Alex wasn't able to be part of us tonight. Ben, you're pretty much leading your leagues, right?
Yeah, I was up by. Well, I'm first place in both leagues, but my big money league, the second place guy beat me, but he was 4-3. I was 7-0. So
you
I still
behind
got
me.
some separation.
Talking about big money leagues, Corey and I won 35 cents on FanDuel the other day. So
Nice.
we're gonna kick that
That's-
up
hey,
to about
first-
$10 this week, I think.
First time I won in 2 years on FanDuel. Putting it in the piggy bank.
I stay
Is
away.
that 5 pieces of
I
Bazooka Joe?
stay away
It's 5.
from
That's
all
fine.
that.
What was that? What was that, Cade?
That's like 5 pieces of Bazooka Joe gum, isn't it?
Probably. Yeah.
I'll take it.
That's 5 different comics.
The funny thing about that game that we actually put the 5 cent, it was a 5 cent game, is sometimes I see people they're winning like $400, $500, $600. This week it was the Giants Dallas game. Everybody won $1.50. Everybody had the same like picks and stuff, so it was just spread across however many thousands.
Well, that's
of
what I
people.
was telling you. You're like pick 5 teams, and I'm like, I can only pick 2, dude. It's Dak Prescott. I'm not Dak Prescott, Zeke, or Barkley. It's really going to be flip flop you can do.
Yeah.
You can flip flop tight ends maybe, with Ingram and Witten, but yeah, you're putting Cooper on your team.
Yeah, of course. Well, he got hurt, but and he didn't get me my 17 points that I needed to win. But at the same time, I mean, Danny Dimes didn't look too bad till they scored the 18th point, and then after that, it just went,
Guy, if they can protect him, that guy's going to be a
he
good
looks
quarterback.
pretty decent.
He's going to be pretty good.
He looks like, remember Peyton Manning in his rookie year? I'm not calling him a Peyton Manning yet, but I'm just saying Peyton Manning rookie year. Guy I don't think they won a football game.
They won 4 or 5.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'll look it up right now,
he
but I'm
reminds
pretty
me-
sure they won
he's-
4 or 5.
he's got a strong arm. He's smart, and he's throwing receivers open. That's what I look for.
Yeah. And he puts the ball where it needs to be for the most part. I saw a couple of really good catches. There was a catch that last night that looked like Odell Beckham should have been out there catching it, but it was somebody else.
Yeah.
Not last night, but Monday night.
Golden Tate.
I kind of thought, Golden Tate. I kind of thought Sam Darnold was going to be on that same path after last year, but he looks awful this year.
Sam Darnold? Yeah. Well, he had the mono, right?
I don't.
You can't just throw mono as a reason. He said he came back. He was good. I mean, he kissed his first girl, so that's what happens. You get mono. It happens.
No, he was hanging around elementary school.
No, he just plays in New York where mono runs rampant.
No, I thought he was licking water fountains.
Fun fact.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so when I played football back home, mono was actually a thing we had. It was an issue because we used to have this the pumps with we call them the octopuses. They had like 8 or 9 hoses on them, and so the water was pumped in that way.
Okay.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, literally, one kid said he got one offensive lineman said he got mono, and then all of a sudden, we all missed a week of school. And it wasn't so much that we all had mono, but they literally just tried to quarantine everybody. So it was free week off just for the sake of somebody might have mono. But apparently he made out with a shortstop on the softball team, and that's where we're at. So, but I got a free week off from school. Yeah, I fished for 5 days. It was fantastic. God bless.
Shortstop of a softball team would have mono.
Always best athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, never the pitcher for a softball team. Never the pitcher. So, were there any noticeable injuries this week besides my T.Y. Hilton? That's gonna, because it felt like this week had a couple of things. It felt like this week, unless I'm wrong, you guys can correct me, had less really bad penalties called in games, but it also had a lot less injuries.
Debatable. I mean, yeah, injuries, yes. Yeah, penalties, I don't know. I feel like
Be debatable every year. So
coaches,
every week, the penalties are going to
yeah.
be some
I think-
some PIs. The PI thing is a mess right now.
Well,
I think it's just.
Hang
I
on
think-
1 second, Kate.
Sorry.
I think the coaches are finally getting to the point where I personally have not seen one. I mean, I've watched every Steeler game and I've seen every Packer game, every Steeler game this year, and he's a Packers fan, and some other games, and I have not seen one pass interference call that I can remember overturned. So the refs are making a point, unless it's something super obvious. Whatever they call on the field is gonna stay, and I think the NFL coaches are starting to recognize that. So they're not just wasting a challenge, timeout basically.
You think that's going to negatively impact the way not only challenges work, but I mean, like, how can you have that much control, or do you just not want to admit that you're wrong when you're wrong? Because I feel like there was one
They're making
or
a point.
two earlier. Well, but maybe that's not their job to make a point.
They're making a point. The only reason they put this in play was because New Orleans freaked out last year over that call, which I would be pissed too. I get it.
Ball was tipped.
I get it though, but that they put it into play to make sure they didn't burn the city down, and the NFL referees are just doing their job. But unless it's something ridiculously obvious, they're not gonna overturn it. Have you seen one overturned, Ben?
I've seen a couple that should have been.
4?
Yeah,
There was a couple I thought that were overturned
But they were
in
talking on
the
Monday
early
night.
part of the season, but
Monday
not
night they said
lately.
4. Yeah, like 4 total, I think, out of like the 17 or 18 challenges. Because it's, I think the majority of the saying is they're going with the whatever is on the field. The call made on the field, they're sticking with that now. Because, I mean, pass interference is one of the, we've seen the worst, especially like in college and everything. You see plays that, like, how is that not pass interference? And you see plays, and you're like, well, that's obviously pass interference, but one's getting called and one's not. So you get those calls like that. It's tough for the refs. I mean, I'm on their side for the basis of that, but at the same time, if you have guys in another building in another city analyzing every angle and every slow motion moment, you should have the gall, or not even, but the guts to go, all right, they blew it. They got the wrong call. They should be able to make that call.
And I think the bigger
if it's
problem
obvious.
too is some of the roughing the passer calls. I think that's more the bigger thing that I've seen.
You're going down the same
Yep.
rabbit hole, though.
Yep.
I feel like if something is obvious, overturn it, man. Either if it's like Cade said, if it's coming from New York, tell the ref,
Yeah.
dude, overturn the goddamn call.
We're all seeing it.
If it's questionable, leave it on the field. I agree with that.
You know
what I mean?
Every single broadcast has that.
Ben?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Ben.
I can't hear Ben.
Hold
on. You want me to try again, or you want me to go with this?
I can't hear Ben. Can you hear me?
Ben?
I can hear you, yes.
He can hear you, but Ben, he can't hear you. You want to exit out and come back?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Weird.
It happens.
Unbelievable.
It's all Kate's fault at Soggy Bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. He told me earlier that he was going to be doing a broadcast from there, so
it's allowed. We should go on location one of these days.
Oh man, that would be awesome. I think that'd be awesome.
But anyway, yeah, my final word is that's how I feel about the penalties. Can
you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're back on action.
What's your opinion, Ben?
So what I don't understand is you got Mike Ferreira and all these guys at the broadcasters. They're like, hey, what do you think? They bring in this expert from New York City. What do you think? Well, he seems to always have the correct answer. but then you got the refs on the field who go under and rarely doesn't match. Why not just send it to New York City?
Thank you.
And they know. I mean, just send it to them. They'll
Just
tell
send it
you
to
what
them.
to do. You know.
Yeah,
Because
it's not
the
that
refs-
fucking complicated.
The refs
Well-
on the field are getting it wrong. Period. And I just think if you're going to send it to someone, send it to someone.
And they're allowed to be wrong. How fast that game is, they're gonna be wrong sometimes.
Well, I'm
But if
glad
somebody
they're
can,
wrong.
if somebody can
because-
obviously see what really happened, then yeah, they need to be told. I don't know where the disconnect is. I don't know if they're purposely not doing it to save jobs. I mean, there is a shortage in NFL referees. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but
Yeah.
I don't know. So they can't afford to fire any.
It's just if you're gonna do it right.
You like you just said, you can't have the guy in New York saying, "Hey, this call is wrong," and then the guy be like, "There is no, or the ruling on the field stands."
It is pretty
like
funny, though.
you really can't. Like
It
at
is-
that point, you've told the fans that are listening to the game, all right, they got it wrong, and then they just say, "Oh, the ruling on the field stands." Right?
It is funny
that's
whenever
pretty fucked up.
New York and both announcers basically say the same thing, and then they keep the call on the field, and then you just got to go to the next play.
And it's like, okay, so you satisfied me in telling me that what I saw was right, but on the field of play, it didn't really fucking matter anyway.
It makes it worse. It's like you just wish you just would have moved on to the next play live.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this right
maybe
now.
that's their goal.
I'm gonna say this right now. When Chris Collinsworth calls out the referees,
Chris Collinsworth.
When Chris Collinsworth goes like, "I'm surprised by that call," like God bless him, he's a Gator, breath of God, praise the Lord. But at the same time, when that guy is even going like, "Ooh, I don't."
That is, I'm not the biggest Collinsworth fan, but I'll tell you when it does come down to that point, he's usually right. Whenever he speaks his mind in those situations, I hate his voice. Right.
I hate his hair. I hate the way he.
Man, he is so fake before the game with that smile. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah, and he hates the Steelers too. And if him and Phil Simms ever got together, the world would implode on itself 10 times over.
Phil Simms.
So
too. Oh, man.
yeah, Jesus Christ.
That's highly accurate.
I think we hit the nail on the head with everything that we've been talking about, especially with the refereeing and all of that stuff. Have we talked about people to pick up this week that were sleeper picks? If you got to fill a hole somewhere, or are we moving on to this week's matchups?
I got a couple.
All right, Kate. Go ahead.
We can see him go to the bathroom.
So this week I got DeAndre Hopkins on bye. T.Y. Hilton's hurt, so all I have is Tyler Lockett. Everyone's saying pick up Pascal from Indianapolis. I don't necessarily trust that. So I actually picked up Jamison Crowder because he's trending up and they're playing the Giants. And I just need someone who can he's getting like 10 to 12 targets when Darnold's healthy. Not against the Patriots, but everyone else.
That's the big thing.
I think Crowder is a good filler this week because Giants are giving up points to every receiver. But also, I picked up Ronald Jones off the waivers, and I'm going to start him in flex this week over Kenyon Drake and Mixon and a couple other guys because I think they got a good matchup too against the Cardinals. So those are three guys I was looking at.
Okay. That's a 10-person league, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that makes sense. So yeah, for a 10-person league, I all three of those guys, I think Pascal would be a half decent play, but Crowder's definitely for sure. I mean, there's been games where with Darnold, Crowder's had 10 to 12 catches. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Well, so week one he had 14.
Yeah, the guy's literally
17 targets
to have a monster game. Something's going to crack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if he's getting that many targets, that many catches, so I agree with you. So yeah, no, those are good pickups in our 14-person league. And Ryan, and myself, if you look at it, it's a desert, man. There's nobody. I mean, not a damn person to pick up.
Every week, I'm like, oh, who do I go with now? Because
literally the best player left is Giovanni Bernard.
I picked up Gus Edwards from Baltimore, and then I picked up Nyheim Hines from the Colts.
Indianapolis. Yep.
Who should I play? I mean, T.Y. Hilton's out. Sanu's on a bye week. I've got Witten on the bench over Rudolph. I think he's going to have a good game against Dallas. I've got Dallas. I've got two tight ends that are playing against each other. Like, what do I do?
You're screwed, bud.
So,
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, who are your
so
tight
I
ends?
had
I'm playing one of the best of the best. So,
Oh, you're playing me?
yeah,
Dude,
I'm playing you.
My team's toast. I looked at my lineup right before I came on here. I got Brady and my starting running backs are on buys. So I think I'm starting Miles Sanders, Jalen Samuels. I mean, I guess I could pull out a win out.
Yeah, Miles Sanders has been very productive for the
In the
Eagles.
past game, and then he's broken a couple long runs here and there. But I just hate that Jordan Howard's the bell cow, man, and he's just eating up all the goal line carries, and he's going to for the whole year.
The best part about playing Corey is that this weekend we're actually going to get together and watch the Steelers game, and so it's going to be all cheers and hugs, and then be like, "Oh, what the fuck!" at the same time. Go ahead, Kate.
Are we doing
Pretty
so tight end wise, like sleeper wise? I mean, I'm gonna say I'm a homer. I'm gonna say it right now, Gesicki.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, I
lot.
think Fitzpatrick, especially with that offense, now you have literally almost no running game. He is going to safety valve the hell out of everything. PPR wise, Gesicki should be an idea.
Why
you're
they
saying the
haven't
Dolphins went
utilized
out?
him?
I have no idea. Like, I would say like talent wise and youth wise, there are only two other tight ends in all of the NFL that are going to. And that's the kid from Detroit, whose name I can't pronounce.
Hawkinson's a monster. He's going to be a monster.
Yeah, and Fant over there in Denver.
Noah Fant's also going to be a monster.
Yeah,
he had a
quarterback.
long catch last week.
But
Needs a quarterback though.
Fant?
Noah Fant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brandon Allen, man.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Yeah. Well,
6 rounds, just like Brady.
Yeah.
Over.
There it is.
Antonio Brown, Tom Brady, Brandon Allen.
I have Ingram, and he's out now, so I had to stream choosing between. There weren't a lot of options on the waiver wire, but I'm starting Jack Doyle against the Dolphins, and I know you got Ebron there, but it should be Hoyer, and Hoyer
likes Doyle
off a shit ton.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if Doyle can just get me maybe 5-6 catches, 50-60 yards, maybe a touchdown.
Wow, you are. I hope for.
Yeah.
6 catches, 60 yards.
Didn't
Throw a
Doyle
touchdown in there while we're at it.
maybe a rushing
pretty-
touchdown
I've been
too?
I mean, I'm not asking for a whole lot, just like 12 to 13 points from my tight end.
Maybe an end around.
What
I don't know.
genie are you using?
Dude, from Texas.
Didn't Hoyer have a touchdown to Doyle against Pittsburgh last week? Wasn't it Doyle? Wasn't Ebron?
No, it was Doyle. Pretty sure it was Doyle.
To be honest, I'm still just trying to talk myself into it because there weren't any other good options.
What about the Buffalo guys? Half decent. Croft. It's a Croft.
Well, is he behind Knox?
No, Knox is who I'm talking about. So was he available?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there were a couple. I mean, Gesicki's probably available, so I might
Not in
take
my
a look at
league.
him.
I like Gesicki last year.
Yeah,
Don't
they're my
start
two tight
Jimmy
ends.
Graham.
I have Gesicki and Hawkinson. They're my two tight ends.
Good young guys. And I think another tight end that's going to start, who's gotten more and more targets and who's I think going to get more and more is I like Dallas Goedert a lot in Philly. I mean, Ertz is Ertz, but going forward, I think next year there might be a little bit of a changing of the guards there.
Yeah, I mean, Ertz is he's a lot of injuries. I mean, that's like you're pretty much as much you want to like Cincinnati. Like you love the talent that's at Tyler Eifert is great, but how many times can you rely on him and not
They're done with him.
Yeah, like the
They're done with
injuries are just. It's like Carolina with Cam; they're done. Like
Cam has played his last game with Carolina.
You think? Which is a good point. Where do you think Cam goes? Chicago? I mean, you'd have to think. No,
they still got 2 years of Trubisky at least.
Yeah, I mean, Chicago is a good place for him because even if he plays half the games, it's an upgrade. I mean,
That's a good point.
They really need a
Miami?
solid kicker, though. To be honest with you.
What about Miami?
Let's just go with that route. First round pick. Let's just go.
Tennessee might take a flyer because Mariota's not going to be there.
That's true. And Tennessee's not tanking like Miami and Atlanta.
Yeah, but I mean, have you seen Tannehill's stats the last 2 weeks? He started in Tennessee.
I like Tannehill. I
He's
do.
a top fiver.
Yeah.
I mean, his issues always in Miami was that he couldn't put in ball in the end zone. Well, now, I mean, nobody cares about touchdowns in Tennessee, so he's like perfect.
I mean, what about Denver?
Well, Denver's got
LA's
locked.
No.
desperate.
No, and Locke's out for the year. I mean,
He's out
Here-
forever.
that's like the Tebow thing. Like,
You
all right,
think-
we got Tim Tebow, but we can get Peyton Manning.
Well, do you think John Elway is a Cam Newton fan though? I don't know.
No.
He doesn't play his style of ball.
No.
Scrambling quarterback.
No. Would you? Yeah.
Also,
That's
at the same
not,
point,
that's not the right fit. That does not seem the right
Hey,
the right
if Ben
fit.
doesn't come
Probably
back,
not.
bring him to Pittsburgh.
yeah. No, but here's the thing.
I
Also,
mean-
at
Nah.
this time, as
I don't
his,
know if I can do that.
GM career, do you think John Elway is also probably slightly desperate because he has struck out so many times?
Yeah,
So you
but-
bring Cam Newton to Denver. No one's. I'm like, oh,
What
Cam-
with Brock Osweiler and Paxton Lynch?
Yeah,
Lynch
but at
was
this
just
point,
awful.
like
It was bad.
Jackson's making
Flacco.
Cam look like a pussy. And I mean the way that Jackson throws the ball down the field, the way that he runs, Cam, though he can throw, Cam's throwing motion is the worst I think I've ever seen, even next
Oh,
to Philip Rivers.
It's
the worst.
I mean, it's like
Every
straight-
time he
it's
throws
like
the
12
ball,
o'clock.
every time he throws the
Well,
ball, he
because
cocks
it's
his shoulder back,
it's
and
long-winded.
then he comes forward. It's
Right.
never been a fluid motion.
You're asking. It's
I-
slow. You're asking for a fumble. At least with Philip Rivers,
Absolutely.
it's short.
It's-
he doesn't.
it's like a
short,
dart.
It's out.
It's like a dart
There's
throw.
no velocity behind
We
it.
all
It's
know
short,
Philip
it's out.
Rivers learned how to throw from Uncle Rico.
No, Minshew did.
What's
no.
up, Ben?
I was gonna say, Corey, can you stand up and actually act that out for us?
What?
The Philip Rivers throwing motion.
You want to see that?
Oh,
So
I
it's
do.
Like,
I do.
it's like one of these.
Yeah, no, it's like he's throwing a porterhouse over the mountains.
I mean,
It's like-
keep an eye.
no,
keep an eye on
it's
the
like
Chargers,
somebody's-
too.
Like
'Cause-
strapped his elbow to his rib.
Yeah, and regularly throws for 4,000
Yeah,
yards.
yeah. I mean, Rivers
dude
had a
wrote-
hell of a career, but
Yeah,
he's- that offensive line is one of the worst in the league.
Phil, he's going to be one of those guys. Where you're like,
Cincinnati?
if he was in New England, if he was in like the same thing, if he was in New England, if he was in Green Bay, if he was
I
somewhere
just-
where they cultivated talent, he'd probably he'd have a couple Super Bowls, probably.
You know,
Yeah.
10
Colts?
years ago,
Colts?
I was not a Philip Rivers fan at all. But the man shows up, and of the
He's
final
trying to
three
fight dudes every week now. Have you
between
seen that?
I
Eli,
love it.
between Ben,
so much.
Yeah, that draft. Yeah, good
He
call,
is-
Ryan. Good point.
he is the last standing quarterback this year from that draft. I mean, Ben's hurt; he might come
Yeah.
back. We don't know. Eli's done. He's the last standing quarterback, and he's still putting up decent numbers. So, I mean, not without much to work with. And then every home game they play, you got fans like when they played us. You got fans from the other team taking over the stadium.
If they move to
So glad that worked out
London,
for us.
like they're talking about,
They
if
are.
move- if it really happens next year and they move to London, he's going to retire. He's not going. He's got. 10
He's not
kids or
going to
something.
move his
No.
8,000 children to
No.
London.
Well, are we talking about Phil Rivers or Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Philip
They
Rivers.
both have a lot of kids.
Yeah, Phil. I
Yeah,
think Rivers has like 6. I think Fitzpatrick's had like 7.
Rivers had
So-
I think they
9.
both have 8,
So, Cade,
Is it
what you're
Abraham?
saying,
Yeah, they just had another one.
yeah.
9.
Good for them.
And so, Cade,
Fitzpatrick has 7.
One for every winning season.
oh, jeez.
Is Rivers or where do they find these wives? Like AmishOnly.com or something?
Whoa, hey, okay, it's
They
not that
find
kind
him
of
in the
podcast.
Well, so,
Yeah.
Cade,
He's from Alabama. I don't know what Fitzpatrick's.
Not just Alabama. I want to make it a point. He's from like I think Decatur.
He's born in Decatur. He went to high school where I live in Athens.
Are you looking at the same Wikipedia page I am?
So,
Fitzpatrick?
No,
No.
Philip Rivers.
all right.
Oh,
So what Cade is saying is that the Chargers are going to move to England, and then Fitzpatrick is going to go and play for the Chargers, and Philip Rivers is going to retire. That's what I'm hearing.
That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, like because Fitzpatrick
So
with that
Fitzpatrick says,
beard,
"I don't
he
give
looks
a
very
shit about the
British.
family."
Exactly. Fitzpatrick's like, I'm going to go play in England for my like 15,000 team.
I want to take
And-
my kids abroad. I want to show them Europe. So I'm going to go play over there because, the rain, fire, and all them aren't there anymore. So I got to go.
He would be a
smooth
very
that
good
route.
London quarterback.
He
I
would
actually
be.
see that.
Oh my! I could see him like showing up in like a straight up
Dude, they'd
like
love him.
London like tuxedo tie
They could
like
go
outfit.
0-16. They can go
Oh my
0-16. They'd love him.
That
He would be
dapper-
kissing the queen's hand before every game.
Oh my god! That
Jeez,
dapper son of a bitch. That'd be
Yep.
fantastic.
that would
Oh
be.
Yeah.
my god!
All right. Well, you heard it here, folks. First on the Fantasy Brews podcast. Let's go ahead and move on to the second to last segment, which is there anything else that we want to cover before moving on to the last segment? Like how I teed that up there?
Not really.
Yeah.
No, I would say there's gonna be some really bad football games this week, and then there's gonna be a couple really good ones. Like the Packer game's a very good football game this
Yeah.
week. Um,
I hope
the-
They are in the snow.
The
They are in the
Seattle-
snow. The Packer game
Seattle,
is in the
yeah.
snow.
That'll be a
Yeah.
good
yeah,
game.
it's high of 29 on Sunday.
If you got a Packers running back, you're
Yeah.
in luck.
I think Williams might have a better game than Jones this week.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He's Williams is the grinder. So
Mhm. So we'll see. I think that's going to be a good football game. I think the Seattle 49ers game is going to be a good football game, and
That's
I
gonna be
think
great.
That's gonna be a
Seattle.
great
I think
football game.
Seattle might take them down.
We're going to get into that in a minute.
And then
in a minute.
I would say, just from I'm biased, but even from not a Steelers fan, I think we're going to see what kind of if the Steelers are for real. I mean, they're so banged up, dude. I mean, I'd hate to really believe they have a shot in the playoffs, but if they can squeak out, they just beat the Colts. If they can squeak out a win against the Rams,
Mhm.
and now they're 5-4
Mhm.
in that division, to me this is a statement game. If
Yeah.
they lose, it's over.
Oh, yeah.
That means they can't beat a good football team. But if they
Rams are
win,
beatable.
I know. Well, if they win, yeah, I think it's a statement game, and they might catch fire. I mean, they lost the first 4 games, and then they won the last 4. They won 4 in a row.
Who's that?
Steelers.
They've won 4 out of the last 5.
Okay.
I got 2 games. I
Whoop.
pinpointed that are going to be
Hello.
very important. First off, that Monday night game. I mean,
Yep.
Seattle versus San Fran. I mean, that's 7-2 goes 8-0.
I'll be watching it.
Yeah, that's one of those. I'm like, all right, Reddit, I'm gonna jump on your live streams here and catch that game because that's gonna be intense to
Well,
watch.
then let's go ahead and jump into our picks for this week because I've got all the games right here. I want to hear what you guys have to say, and then
'Cause
this
you're the
week,
best host ever.
I hope so.
Oh
I
my
gotta
God,
find
all
this
you're missing
again.
is like a ribbon on that present.
Oh, and a beer.
That's
All
your
right.
own fault.
No, I've got a quarter of my glass left.
That's
So-
funny. I got 3/4.
You're at a brewery. You've got an entire tank worth.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, I pretty much drink for free. It's nice.
I wish
Jesus.
I wish it was Friday and I was at a brewery.
Have you met Logan yet? By the way, no.
You're gonna need to send me a picture, maybe a social security number, because I know a lot of Logans.
They wouldn't let me take any pictures where I was at today.
All
All
I
right.
don't know that Logan.
Chargers, Raiders. I'm picking Chargers. They're at Oakland.
Raiders.
Oh.
Jacob's 100% Raiders.
Raiders.
I'm going Chargers.
Raiders. So we got Corey and Ben with Chargers and Chargers. Okay.
If the Chargers defense can do what they did last week and actually bring some pressure, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they're typically a second half team. They look pretty darn good against the Packers. I just think the Raiders are a coin flip team. It's going to be close, but I think Chargers are going to find a way to at least be somewhat relevant.
Jacob's
as-
going to set the tone, man. He's going to go between the tackles. He's going to let Carr open it up a little bit. So I think with Gruden's mindset, he knows how to beat a team like the Chargers.
As long as Josh Jacobs gets me 60 points, I'm fine with it. Moving on to the Giants Jets. There it is. I'm going to call Black Cat on this one.
Oh, this game is a fucking shit show.
Do we really have to pick it?
Do we really? Like I just said,
Yeah,
you can pick Black
Move
Cat on
to
this one.
something
You can
I would-
You can
I
pick
would
Black
say,
Cat. It's okay.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Black Cat in the
We
waiver
didn't. I know. We didn't talk about Black Cat on the waiver wire.
Ryan, check your phone.
wire. Yeah, I go Giants.
Hold on. Yes.
That's okay. Let's make sure.
Okay. Put.
I think Giants win it pretty convincingly.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. Hey, put some clothes. No, you don't have to be sorry. She's her quads hurt and her pants don't fit.
Hey, let her know. I know the feeling. I had to buy like 12 new pairs of underwear today because my quads have ripped all of my other ones. So
Kate
I
said
get it.
he bought 12 pairs of underwear because his quads ripped all the other ones, or something.
Sounds like a
Yeah, so I get it.
When she walked down the stairs, she went to the bathroom over here, and I just like looked this way for about 5 seconds. I was like, "Fuck me."
Yeah.
And then she just walked outside. So everybody,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool. Hey.
So we're all picking Black Cat for Giants Jets. Is that what
missed
we're doing?
that one.
Yeah. Did you guys see the clip where somebody put him
It's on
the
YouTube.
new?
It's okay.
No, where they put him on the new Madden cover.
I did. I got.
Yeah. Boom. Sprained
2020.
leg. Yeah, broke leg. Done. Got to put him down.
Oh no.
Black Cat out for
That
the
shit's
year.
funny though. It was like he won that video. He won the Heisman.
Yeah.
He ran a 40 and a 2.22.
16 carries, 112 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Was it the football life that you tagged me in, Corey?
Yeah.
Oh God, I saw. Oh, that was perfect. That was so good.
All right, so Giants, I'm taking. Anybody else taking Giants? Anybody else taking Jets? Let's just move on. I'm gonna take
Giants
Ashley's
all day.
ass for 10 plus.
No, that's like saying I'll take Ashley's ass for 2,000, Alex.
Yeah, right.
Daily double.
What is she wearing? Nothing. That was.
Yeah.
Who's everybody taking? All right. Do you want to just walk back outside so everybody can see your ass again? Like,
No. We're good. We're all good here. We're all good here.
I don't know what you. I'm literally typing an email. Giants, Jets. Tell me who you got.
Easily the Giants on that one.
We just said that Giants.
We all said Giants.
I didn't
Giants
hear that
big.
over. I didn't
Bro,
hear
you
that
need a
over
minute?
Ashley's ass. No, it's okay.
Bro, do you need a second? What's cool?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll take a breather. It's all right.
I feel he's gonna be like ass or boobies.
This podcast is now over. No. Falcons Saints. That's an iffy one. But
No,
Not really.
No,
that's-
not
Atlanta's
at all.
coach needs fired immediately.
Yeah. Is Matt
Saints
Ryan
with
still
that
healthy?
game.
Is Matt Ryan even healthy?
I think so.
I think Shop's starting.
Is he?
Again.
Yeah, like I don't think. I was gonna say, especially if Matt
Yeah, that
Ryan's
was an
unhealthy.
ankle.
No.
You might as well keep Ryan in the ice bath until next year.
Yeah,
if he-
no,
if he-
Saints.
Yeah, if
Saints
he goes
across
on,
the board.
Saints.
Oh,
Saints
yeah,
are
yeah.
good, man.
I hope so. I got their defense.
I mean,
I'm curious
Go
how the NFC shakes out. The NFC is freaking solid, man.
Oh, that South is a mess.
It's basically NFC and the Patriots.
Yeah.
next game, Chiefs Titans. I mean, is that really a question?
No. Mahomes. If Mahomes doesn't start, that's gonna be a fun game.
Yeah, it'll be better than you think. I still think Chiefs pull it out, but I think it'll be a better game than
If it comes down to
their defense is playing
if it comes down to
surprisingly
point,
well.
yeah, but so
Better than I thought.
Titans ain't doing too bad. I mean,
No,
but-
their defense is keeping them in games.
yeah, and I mean it depends on how many times can Tyreek Hill get that open?
Every time.
Every fucking play.
Yeah, roughly. He's the fastest.
I
man
need
alive.
80 points.
That guy
out of
is
him.
like a cat.
Yeah,
well,
put him-
Malcolm Butler's out for the year now too. So I don't know how deep they are in the secondary, but
Dude,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tannehill throws for Tannehill's going to go 300 easy against that team.
I think Tannehill will have a good game, but I think the Chiefs will win.
What got the Titans so motivated the last bit of the last season was Derrick Henry, and then for some unknown reason, it's the first half of the season. It's just like no, Derrick Henry. Yeah, we get it, Ryan. So I mean, is it like is Vrabel just kind of like going, all right, it's the second half of the season. All right, let's go ahead and let Derrick Henry get 22 touches, 25 touches. Let's see what happens. Like, it's annoying, especially when you draft
Hey,
him.
Cade, Chiefs or Titans, bro?
Oh, honestly, I'm gonna go Titans.
Okay, all right. We're all
Sorry,
split on that one.
I
But
get
I
really
am.
carried away.
No, that's okay. I love it. I'm taking the Titans as well, just because all the talk about Tannehill and all that fun stuff. So
It'll
yeah,
motivate you.
yep. Ravens Bengals. That's a no-brainer. Jesus,
Oh,
what the fuck?
God,
Yeah.
who's
Hey,
Move on.
even going to
can
watch
we
that
just
game?
skip right over that? Can we just?
That probably is going to be the worst game of the
Ugh.
evening.
Watch
That's
the Bengals win too. How fucking funny would that be?
Dude, I hope.
I would love it.
I love it. That'd be great. It'd be fantastic.
Pittsburgh Dad's gonna call Tom.
Yeah.
Then it's like, well, you know,
I mean,
Bengals
that
beat
makes
the Ravens. Does that mean the Bengals are better than the Patriots?
Jesus.
Like this. If the Bengals beat the Ravens, that's like two different draft picks with the Dolphins getting better.
Yeah.
Truth. And it's also like, do the Ravens play down to their opponent? You know, like I would love that conversation. I think we
No.
all know who's taking
I don't think
everybody
so.
took the Ravens across the board
They're
there.
just going to run it right down their throat.
Bills Browns.
Oh,
Another game.
I'd say Bills, but that's going to be a close one. I mean, one of these games, Browns have to squeak a win out. There's just too much talent. But
That game's gonna be. There's gonna be like 10 interceptions in that game.
I
play
I
either
have to
one
say-
of their defenses. Got it.
I have to
it's
say
at
Buffalo,
Cleveland.
just
First and
because-
foremost, it is at Cleveland, and I guarantee I will. All right, I'll put a gentleman's bet on that game right now. You guys ready?
Bet.
Allen rushes for 100 yards. He hasn't. There it is. There it is. He did what 3 or 4 times last year. This is the kind of game he might do it.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh God.
So we bet
Singletary-
whiskey, we
Singletary's
bet
probably gonna take
money.
it.
What do we bet?
Yeah, I think
Yes,
Singletary's
not for that reason.
half decent player. No, he's a gentleman's bet.
Ah.
But I go Bills. I think it's going to be a close game. I mean,
You're the best.
Cleveland might win the game late in the game, but
You're the best.
I
You're
just-
the tallest. You're the green
I
tallest.
just think I don't think Baker Mayfield's the quarterback people thought he was, and I kind of knew that. And I also think their coach might be one of the worst coaches in the league. I don't know why they hired him.
So Bills across the board.
I'll go Browns.
Ben going Browns.
It's possible.
They're due for a decent game, and
If they play
I
good
understand-
defense,
I
well, see,
understand
I'm-
the Bills' defense is good, but
If that was Rumpel,
I just don't believe in the Bills.
yeah.
Go real hard together.
Yep. So yeah,
Sorry. Go ahead.
vodka, tequila.
He hasn't realized he's muted yet. Yeah. All right. So, Ben, you went Browns, right? You're the only one that's going Browns. Is that right?
Yeah, I think Browns are going to win it.
Oh, hi. I need to Uber there.
Ben, are you kamikazing out your door?
No, Chloe just got in the car. She's done with karate, so she's
I'm living the good life right
admiring the situation.
Oh, interesting. All right. So what was the next game?
Next game is a soggy bottom. Hacky sack.
Is there another game? Is that it? I don't know where we at right now.
Aren't,
I don't know
Right,
if you guys. I'm good.
Scott,
I'm really
come on.
focused. I'm super focused right now.
Yeah,
so
you're
what's up?
totally focused.
Yeah, I'm the most.
Minnesota
I'm like-
going to Dallas?
I'm the most focused one here.
All right. Let's have the ladies pick a game.
Ooh, okay, all right, ladies, you're on the pick.
Cardinals, Bucks.
All right.
Whatever number 4 is.
The
that's
Arizona
what I want.
the Arizona Cardinals versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ladies' choice.
Cardinals.
Mm.
We got one for the Cardinals.
Wait, that's a
Birds.
baseball team versus the Bucks,
No, it's
which
the
is a
no,
football
it's
team.
Arizona Cardinals too. Tampa
What?
Bay Bucks. I mean, you guys really put me on the
Bucks
spot right
really
now.
haven't done anything good for a while, though.
Exactly. And
So basically, picking any team other than them is
you
your
got to
best
go
bet.
Cardinals on this one.
You have to.
You have to. Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately.
At least you talked it out.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
I
was
grew up here. The Bucks have always sucked.
Yeah.
I'm
Bucks have
going
always
Bucks.
sucked.
Okay.
I'm
We're
going
going
Bucks.
Cardinals. We're going Cardinals.
Cardinals.
For sure.
All right.
All right.
Ben?
Oh man,
You're not
I
wrong.
think that one's a
I
coin
haven't
flip.
had like the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is it in Tampa? It is in Tampa.
Our neighbors.
Yeah.
Then
I
even
actually
more
have-
the Cardinals.
I
Oh.
actually have tickets from work, but I really don't want to go, so I'll probably just give them to my customer. Anyway, I'm going Bucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bucks.
I'd like
Okay.
to think this is one game they will pull out.
But in that also defense, who gave the Niners a run for their money?
I'm going to go Cardinals. I'm going to side with the ladies. I think they know what they're talking about.
The ladies always know what they're talking about.
Yep.
Yep, St. Louis
Yep.
Cardinals. Book it.
Yep.
St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis
Book
Cardinals
it.
in 5.
Book it.
St. Louis
All right.
Cardinals in 5.
I want to know from the ladies, Bears or Lions? Cade, the ladies are getting your pick from right now on.
All right.
Bears or Bears or Lions?
Chicago Bears or the Detroit Lions?
This one stumped them, huh?
The Bears.
Yes.
They just lost.
Where's
All,
that
they just
game
lost
at?
all
Yes,
credibility.
that is the best. That is the best. Yes. Yes.
I only hang out with cool people. I don't know
The
if you guys knew
Bears.
that or
That is
not.
the best. Oh my gosh.
Knuckle shots from everybody. Knuckle shots from everybody.
Okay.
So also here at Soggy But Maroon, we are going with the Bears.
Okay. I'm going Lions. Just gonna drop that. I think
Lions.
Lions.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Lions.
Mhm.
The Bears got to get more than 10 yards to
I
have
like
me
the
want to pick them.
enthusiasm on the Bears, but
Yep. No, I mean they nailed that one. I'm just gonna
No,
say
no.
that was YouTube gold right there. Holy fuck.
they need to study before next week.
Yeah. Hey Kay, can you go back to Soggy Bottom next week? I'm just saying.
Let me check my schedule.
Okay, it's clear. Hold on, my receiver turned off. Guys, we've got a few more games.
my
Cade,
God, all right.
ask the girls. Actually, wait, we're gonna go you last. Guys, Dolphins,
thanks.
Colts. I'm taking Colts.
Colts.
That's not fair.
Colts.
It's faster this way.
Obviously, it's going to be the Dolphins. Fitzpatrick. Obviously, Fitzpatrick has routinely thrown multiple games in a row with zero interceptions. Duh.
Corey, Colts, Colts go. All right. What about the ladies, Cade? Nobody cares about your picks anymore. No.
Oh, okay. Minneapolis Colts or the Miami Dolphins.
As much as I wish they'd be good. I want to say the Dolphins so bad, but
That's-
Oh.
okay. Yeah.
All right, she just redeemed herself.
Yeah. Cade, looks like you're going Colts. They're your vote.
Some of my best friends are Dolphins.
My
fans.
heart says Dolphins, but my brain
Colts.
says the Colts.
Wait, that's what's saying it?
So, as I said, my brain and the 5'10" blonde next to me says the Colts.
Okay, you're on the board for the Colts. Well done, ladies. Well done.
Yeah.
Got a few more games. I think we all know the answer to this one. Packers over Panthers. Yeah. But I want to hear what the
Do
ladies
we?
have to say. Oh
Do
well,
we? I mean,
we don't.
I'm going Packers, but
Okay,
yeah, I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Oh yeah.
The
Ben.
The last time the Packers lost, they were up 31-3 at Dallas.
I was gonna say it was last week. Oh, Packers. Sorry. Ugh.
What do you say, Ben?
Sorry.
I think they're angry. I think
Packers.
they're angry, and I think they're going to come out. I think it's going to be a decent lead in the first half, but it'll finish within 7.
Packers over the Panthers?
Oh, absolutely, no doubt.
Okay. As much as I hate them, I'm going Packers as well. Cade, you know the deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to ask him Packers.
Yeah, Devontae might be back, so yeah, I'm gonna go Packers.
All right, you're going Packers. We're gonna pack this one in here, guys. We got a few more. I'm sorry. This has just been way too much fun. Ashley's telling me hurry up. Rams Steelers. What?
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Here we go.
Oh,
It's in Pittsburgh. They're beatable, but I'm gonna go Rams.
Oh.
right here.
What looks dark?
Yeah.
He's in a cave.
He's in his car. He's in his truck.
Yeah.
He's in his truck. He's super
Me?
dedicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Steelers are gonna run all over the Rams,
My man.
And is that one in his bathroom?
and I think the Steelers defense is gonna put enough of a
Me?
stranglehold on
No, it just says a
Goff
really
to-
cool house.
to give Steelers the win.
No,
That's-
that's his kitchen.
I'm in my dining room. Yeah.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Yeah. No, I definitely thought that was his bathroom.
That's
but
pretty cool.
his kitchen.
I wish I had a
love
bathroom like
If
that.
he said it was his bathroom, I wouldn't be shocked.
And
it
Badass
says
bathroom.
eat in it.
I'm in my living room as well.
I got
I'm-
Clearly
spices
has
in
a
my
wife who
bathroom.
Decorates appropriately.
Like a smart man.
Yes.
Eating spices in bathroom.
There you go.
Just think about that for a second.
It's gonna be secondary of the Steelers is susceptible.
we
You
want to
go
know
with-
what the ladies think.
Oh god dang it! All right.
Have you
All right,
seen
ladies.
Have you seen the Steelers the last 4 weeks on defense?
That
The
Steelers
Rams,
pass rush is gonna
The Los
cripple
Angeles
Jared
Rams
Goff.
or the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Who's gonna win or
Who's gonna win it? Who's gonna win?
The Steelers.
Yeah. All right. Kate goes for the Steelers.
All right. If I heard the Rams, I mean, even though I said Rams,
I think it's the Steelers.
it's more of a luck thing.
Keep it up.
All right, Corey, you chose the Rams.
Yeah.
Good for you,
Okay.
Corey.
I want to be wrong.
I want you to be wrong because that's how I rooted for Miami till the fourth quarter with 7 minutes left, so it's okay. All right, here's a question for the ladies, Cade. You got Vikings Cowboys.
That's going to be a good football game.
It is.
Where is that game?
That is at Dallas.
It's- You said that like my first thought was like, oh, like when I was like 7. That's great.
Well, no, because one of the other ladies said they were rooting for the Vikings. So
Fair enough.
I don't know, man. Ask. I feel like they're almost the same
You
football
guys are
team.
famous now.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go
Vikings.
Vikings. My gut says
Like a
Vikings,
good daughter.
but
Friendly
I-
competition.
hey,
I have this
but
weird feeling that Dallas can definitely beat them too.
before we get on to the last game of the night, and
thank God.
Ben's pick, is Cade going blonde or brunette?
No, I'm going gray. There's a huge differential.
Okay, middle ground. I feel that. I'm just taking a vote.
Yeah. Ben and I were just talking about that
Gonna
before
roll.
before we
man,
got on about.
I'm
I got
voted.
I got a
think it's
couple in
the
here, and then
No, that's
Andy's
Jesus.
finding them. Andy's finding them in the back. At least I can't see them.
Trying to
So
keep
No,
up with you.
That wasn't the question.
I know.
Okay, no, they can't hear you.
I've been around the block.
Aw.
Okay,
I was
So-
blonde.
yeah, I'm going brew.
Nah. Body language.
Yeah.
Gotta read the braille, right?
Yeah.
New year, new me.
Corey, did you give me your pick for the Vikings Cowboys?
Vikings.
Vikes. Got it.
Purple
just-
team.
I just
Purple
turned.
ones.
I just had a birthday, guys. Come on, give me a break, all right?
Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. Ben.
I think the Vikings. I
Okay.
think they need to win to keep pace. I think they're a better football team.
And
At
last,
the end of the day,
go ahead.
That's what's important. Better football team. That's what's important.
On
Fundamentals.
paper, Dallas has it, but as a whole, I think the Vikings are a better, more balanced football team.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, the Vikings eat their vitamins.
Talk about a team that needs a new coach.
Really?
Mm.
Are we talking
You
about
talking Dallas or
Jason
Minnesota?
Garrett?
Let's talk
Yeah.
about teams. You know what? Let's get more in depth next week with teams and what they need to do, because this is week 10 coming up. Let's talk about what teams need to gear towards next year, whether it be coach, player, personnel, all that fun stuff. But let's
That's
finish this off
a whole
with
nother podcast.
it is,
Yeah, it's
but
a-
it'll be a fun one.
Yeah. I'm so excited to get all the new viewers.
And well, we're about to get 20,000 new viewers due to your
Yeah, you guys are about to be like super famous.
Soggy Bottom girls.
Yeah, and then I can just like quit every other job I have and just like focus on you.
And
That's exactly how I like to
I love this commentary. See,
Maybe they
See-
can get maybe we can get shirts made and they can wear them next time.
ask them if they want to wear shirts. Supporting our podcast next week.
Are you guys making shirts?
No. Okay.
I'll buy.
See,
Hey,
see.
Ashley.
Call her daddy of football.
He says hi.
I
Corey
mean,
says hi.
I got Jesus
you
and
eating
biceps
cereal?
right now, so I don't even know.
She's
what's
eating
going on.
shrimp and spinach.
Shrimp and
Oh.
spinach. That's
And milk.
healthy. Yeah,
Yep.
at 9:30. That's cool.
She's half naked eating shrimp and spinach.
Yeah, that's why you got your arm over there,
I am gonna get up and turn around.
right out of the camera view.
The girls have to see too when she gets up.
No,
49ers over Seahawks. Who do you got?
22% body fat. Just throwing it out there, Ashley.
How much? How much was
How did you read his lips?
that? I'm good like that.
Wow, she just read your lips other than the 22% that you said. Everything else she said she heard.
It's Kate, 22%.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Look at you, I'm 24.
She's
Boom.
24.
Yeah. Well, she's also a female, so that's way better.
It's way better, he says. Oh, she heard you. Evidently, she read your lips. Now she's fucked up. Niners, Seahawks. I'm going to say Seahawks.
I think Seattle. Yeah, I think Seattle's gonna
Nope. Steamrollers.
pull them out.
Niners.
I think the Niners are a hell of a team though.
Seattle's defense isn't good enough. I think Niners win.
Niners.
Close
Okay.
game.
We're divided. Corey, send the results to Ben. Guys, we are done, but
Oh yeah.
I would love to know if the ladies at the bar have anything else left to say. And Kate's
what
not
do they
going
want
to
to know? No. What?
No, I
What are we
said,
asking?
do the ladies at the bar have anything else left to say to the world of YouTube?
Do you have anything you else like to say to the world of YouTube? Billions are watching.
Follow me on Instagram.
Follow her on Instagram.
What's the handle? What's the handle?
What's her handle?
That's a great question.
See, you guys have like 30 seconds.
Fired.
It's like Taylor. No, it's Tay. Tay.
It's Tay.
Oh, shit.
Is it Tay Tay? No, I changed it recently.
This
Smart. After
is the best podcast ever.
Tay A13.
Tay 13, everybody.
How do you spell
Wait,
Tay? Is it
should be-
T-A-Y?
It should be Tay.
Wait,
Yeah, no, it's Tay, like Tayay 13.
Nobody got that.
T-A-Y-A-Y. Tay.
Tay,
Really confusing. Is that a
Ye-
child?
where? No, that's his wife.
Stand up. Show your booty.
That's his wife in booty shorts.
Oh,
No,
her
she's
butt's really nice though. Look
Yeah,
at
She
that.
says your butt is really nice.
My girl's killing her squad.
yeah, no.
She
She's a
said
personal-
you're killing your
she's a personal
squats.
trainer, and she bicycles like 7,000 miles a day.
And they got cats freaking out back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
She says we need to go to Soggy Bottom. That's okay.
Most fun.
So that being said, Ben,
All right.
where can the good kids find you?
So can anybody beat
Oh, I
this?
got nothing. You're gonna have to come back next week.
They're
Not
gonna
today.
find
I
his
didn't go
car.
to the gym today.
Tay, we know where you can find you. Corey, this is so fucked.
Yeah. Just search my name. It's right there
Okay. All right.
Cor-
And you
Corey
guys, of course,
Gracie.
can
on
find
the
me
interwebs.
at
Yeah.
BroodBoy813.
FBI's most wanted top.
If you want to
top
look
it-
there, you
top 10.
can.
Oh, my God.
I can't
No,
stop
it's
it.
okay. Corey Gracie. No, I've seen stories.
No, Corey's top 30. He wouldn't make top 10 on that one.
I'm
I think
trying
I
to
saw
get
the
my way
name on
up.
Supernatural.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, that's why he's wearing the glasses this week.
Oh my God.
Yes, I watched
Okay.
all of them.
I'm going to end the broadcast.
All right. Good night.